So Natalie, what are some of the services that you offer farmers in Canada?
Yeah, so our main product that we designed specifically for Western Canadian producers is actually the way we entered into the Canadian market is a crop marketing and risk management program called KnowRisk crop marketing. So this is, I believe, the most robust crop marketing program in Canada. It's highly customized. We work specifically with each operation because we know the uniqueness of every business in Canada, to develop a crop marketing and hedge plan that works for their farm and help them execute it throughout the year. And something that makes us a little bit unique is being that we are a financial services company, we're able to bring a lot more pricing tools and a broader mix of pricing tools to producers and incorporate that into their business and reduce the volatility, hopefully remove some of the emotion, which is prime this year in their crop marketing decisions, and help them be more confident in how they're moving through these markets.
So there's lots of brokerage services or brokers for grain in Western Canada. There's several off the top of my head. What makes you guys different? I think that's what excites me the most is what you guys offer that is different.
Yeah, for sure. The perspective that we take from both the physical and the financial markets and grouping that together, I think is a pretty big differentiating factor in our program. We're always looking at the combined position. So if producers that we're working with are using the financial market, so they are using futures, for example, or options in their crop marketing, as well as physical sales, we're creating a plan and helping them execute that plan both in the physical and the financial space, as well as tracking that plan in both. I think it's pretty easy to get caught up looking at one or the other, and we really believe it's the importance of looking at that combined position. And I think just the highly customized nature of this, we don't believe a broad crop marketing program is going to work for everyone. So it is very specific to your operation. The other kind of layer to us, what we're able to leverage from a StoneX perspective, being that we have the global footprint that we have, our market intelligence truly is unparalleled. We have people physically in every major ag market in the world. And so what we really strive to do with KnowRisk crop marketing in Canada is take all of that information and break it down to what it does actually mean to you as a Western Canadian producer, Daryl, in central Saskatchewan. What does it mean to my family as producers in central Alberta? We are in a global marketplace, but we've always got to balance those two things: what's happening locally and what's happening globally. And also, what does it mean when some type of global event happens? What does it actually mean to your bottom line? And I don't know that there's another service out there that does that as well as our program.
So Natalie, what I see in agriculture, policy-wise, that we do at the Western Canadian Wheat Growers here is that the farmers don't spend enough time on it, or can't spend enough time on it, or don't want to spend enough time on it. We see that in marketing to a certain extent too, don't we?
Yeah, not everyone likes it.
That's right, exactly.
Yeah. One thing we talk about a lot is, certainly looking at some of the other businesses we work at and different industries we work with. So many producers spend, they'll be 50% of their time producing the commodity and 50% of their time marketing the commodity. And in ag, I think so many people are so passionate about what they do and producing the products they produce that they put 90% of their effort into the production side and 10% into the marketing. And it's, I think at people's core, they realize they're leaving value on the table, but you're time limited, lots of things that limit the effort you put into it. But quite frankly, some people just don't like it.
No, absolutely. I agree with that. So as a brokerage company, the first thing that comes to mind is you guys must be tied to some companies, right? Normally broker A deals mostly with this company. What's your guys' stance on that?
I think that's a pretty interesting point. We are really unbiased, and that's from a KnowRisk perspective, something that was really important to us to stay unbiased to different companies. our program is working specifically for the producer. So it's not to say that we can't, there may be a grain company, for example, that would look to StoneX to help them manage their price risk exposure on the futures market. It doesn't mean that we're funneling sales, physical or however, to that company. Ultimately, the recommendations they're localized to what you're seeing in your market, and they're to find the best option for you. It's we don't have any alignment with any grain, anyone that has a physical interest in your commodity. So our perspective truly is just where's the best place to go that offers the best pricing tool for that farm at that particular time.
Right. And as a farmer, I find that to be one of the biggest things when I talk with a brokerage or a broker company is the unbiased, where your success depends on our success.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're so relationship focused. I think that's where so much of the value comes from. Ultimately, a producer that I'm working with has to trust in what I'm doing and trust that I'm working for them. And every year, if we come to some type of a, agreement on continuing on services, the only way that happens is if they see value in what I've done. And our whole network is that way. So, and just kind of adding to us as a financial services company too, or as a brokerage, this is a bit of a stretch from the unbiased nature of it, but just something that kind of popped into my mind. There are other options for clearinghouses as well for producers that want to access different financial products. I think something that is truly unique with us is we are approaching them from a risk management perspective. And we aren't trying to drive revenue specifically through trading or that type of thing. Not to say that that's bad. The competitors that we have in that space in Canada, that's their business, and it's an important, I think those tools are always important to offer to producers, but our recommendations in using those are purely coming from a risk management perspective, not a speculative nature, and not simply trying to make money on the trade itself. And that advice is unique in the financial services side of the program.